Hey everyone, Bo here, and today I'm going to bring you a kind of a different video than what you're normally used to seeing, which is not my face. It's usually canvas. So a couple things. Sorry if you hear external sound. My ceiling fan is going at high speed. It's hot. It's Texas, so sorry. And my face is red. I've been doing a lot of yard work. I'm a little tired, but I was thinking while I was weed eating, and I was like, you know what? I've kind of left my last video on kind of a mysterious note. I was talking about motivation being burnt out, and a few days ago, I went to my Discord chat and I told everybody that I was going to take a break from social media, and I kind of want to follow up on that and make sure that I'm clear and make sure everybody just kind of knows where I'm at. And also, I think this might help other artists because that's the entire premise of my channel is to help other artists and assist you in ways that I'm kind of having to learn by myself. So one of those ways is your mental state and your just your direction, I guess, as an artist. I don't know. I'm not going to edit this because I've always appreciated whenever creators come on and they just kind of talk in front of the camera, and it just feels very intimate. So that's what I'm going for here. So should have wrote a script. Just talking from the heart. So for the past year or year and a half, I have been following a routine. The routine is I get up, I get dressed, I do the shower, take care of my animals, my two dogs, and then I start drawing or painting. And I usually produce a piece, 2, 3 hours, sometimes longer, sometimes shorter. And the first thing I do is I grab my phone and I do the hashtag thing for Twitter and Instagram because in my head I'm thinking, okay, I've got to market this. I know that building your business as a freelance artist and building a portfolio and a following is just really important to advertise. So that's what I was doing is I was advertising myself, doing all these hashtags, and it was just such a formula. And I built quite a following. 6 months on Instagram, I think I've gotten like 600 followers, which is pretty good. And then I kind of really stopped pursuing heavily on Twitter, but I'm around 1,400, and that's about a year on Twitter. So doing pretty good, and I've gotten several commissions off of both. But I really started thinking about this routine that I've got myself into and how it's affecting my personal life and my mental state. So, um, after September 2015 is when I quit my job to pursue art. And even then, it took me a couple months to really figure out what the routine was going to be and how to get any traction with it. But since then, that's all I've known, that's all I've done. And I've been inside my house the entire time behind a computer screen, drawing on either an iPad or Photoshop. And over time, the first thing that I've really noticed is I have felt kind of dumb, um, and very antisocial. Sorry, this camera, I'm holding it up, so it's probably going to shake. So these are two things that I just felt like I didn't know if it was because I just turned 31 last week. I didn't know if it was because I'm getting older, and when you get older, you get heartburn, you have memory issues, all kinds of things happen, especially I'm at the prime age for that. Excuse me. Speaking of heartburn. So I really wasn't sure what was going on. I just didn't feel as sharp as I usually do. And especially around people, I get around people, and I'm a pretty extroverted person. I consider myself an ambivert. I can go either way, but I'm probably leaning more towards being an extrovert, to where it's really easy for me to connect with people, talk to people, and I do really well in crowds. But ever since I really started keeping myself inside drawing, I have just kind of felt like I've been losing my mind, like I've been changing, like I've had a personality crisis. And I started just realizing that this routine may be doing me a little bit of harm. And it kind of bleeds out onto other people too. So, the first thing that's most important to me is my family, my dogs, my wife. And I just started thinking about, man, I always have my phone on me because I'm always checking who's following me now, who's liking my stuff, who's leaving a comment. Oh, I've got to go and make sure, this artist supports me, so I've got to go and like their stuff and leave them something nice. And this like marketing side of the art, I think it's draining my creativity, and it's something I really want people to watch out for because I think a lot of people are in the same routine. And when you start painting for other people and for the sole purpose of marketing and putting yourself out there, then you're going to run into some serious creative problems. That's whenever your creative energy just gets depleted because at that point you're not even doing it for yourself anymore. You're just, you're doing master studies. Okay, I'm learning a little bit, but I'm also really excited to see if I can get 100 likes on it, or and what that leads to is, okay, now I'm always on my phone because it's always having notifications, and it's kind of a dangerous thing. It can be a dangerous thing. So my last video I talked about being burnt out, and that's pretty much where I'm at, is being completely burnt out on art because I've just been pushing myself daily, every day, and uh, yeah, I got tired of it. So just with guitar, I've played guitar for 20 years, and there's been times where I put my guitar down for 8 or 9 months, and I just don't, and then I pick it up and I play, and I'm, got a little bit of rust to shine through, but or to buff out, I mean. But let me tell you about what happened since I started taking a social media break, which would be, I think I'm on the fourth day that I haven't done anything on Instagram or Twitter. I only have Facebook to stay connected with some family issues that I've been having and things like that. So I just feel better. I feel great. I feel optimistic, and I feel sharp. Like I'm getting my my wits back, and yeah, it's just a great thing. I just had to tell you guys because I didn't realize what everything was doing to me, and I think I was just putting a lot of unnecessary pressure on myself. Plus, there's something else I want to talk about that everybody should really kind of consider. So, let's say you're drawing and you're getting a lot better, and you're kind of like, okay, I've got like some small commissions. Now what? Um, Really, there are two routes. From this is from my artists friends in the industry that I have. I'm really good friends with a couple of pretty big name guys. I think you guys are aware of that, and we talk on a personal basis, and it's really nice. So there's going to come a time to where you're getting pretty good. You're getting a portfolio built. You found your niche as far as what you like to draw, what you're good at drawing. There's going to come a time where you basically have to choose, okay, do I want to get picked up by an industry or do I want to go full freelance? And this is something that I've given a lot of thought to because I know a lot of people that I talk to have gone and worked for video game companies or big companies. They've done really awesome projects, and they've broken away from that, and they're really happy because the first thing I'm told is that when you go to a big company and there's a project, the deadlines are hard. They're really hard. And while I'm a very confident man, the last thing I want to do is have, 70 hours working Saturdays, 1 day off, a week, when I'm trying to start a family. And really, in the art world, that's the only way you're going to get some stability is if you are worked to the ground. You look at these manga artists in Japan or Korea, if you do Korean manga, they are just worked to the bone. They are so mistreated, and they don't get paid anything. And I don't know. I think that a lot of the studios, from what I've been told and what I've read about, the real benefit of those quotations you just couldn't see. Zoomed in a little bit too much there. Woo. The real benefit of working with these studios is they kind of see it as, oh, you get to work on a game. There's your benefits. So you kind of have to decide if you want to go the freelance route where you're not going to have health benefits, you're not going to have stability, and it's going to take a really long time for you to build a pipeline to where your portfolio is big enough in this ocean of incredible artists where your portfolio stands out and it's big enough and you're getting a good flow of commissions to support your family. You just have to decide which route you want to go, I guess. And right now, I've just kind of I'm at the crossroads where I have a lot to learn. I have so much to learn, and uh, maybe it's a midlife crisis. I definitely have a lot of family health things going on right now, and I look at these people and I think I need a long term plan. I need a plan for when I get old, or when my wife gets old. What are we gonna do? How are we gonna retire? Whenever I've been drawing and doing commissions for like a couple $100 here and there, right? So it's the time for me to take a break from social media and reflect. And I know this has been a lot of rambling, and it's kind of intended to be that way. I wanted to talk from the heart and um, just tell you guys what's on my mind, tell you what I've been experiencing. I'm fine. I feel great. I feel recharged. I think somebody was like, "Hey, I hope you feel recharged," the other day. So I appreciate that. I appreciate the concern. But I think it's going to be a little bit before I really jump on the Instagram and Twitter again, and probably before I draw anything serious. I just also got done with a couple of really big projects that creatively just really just drained me. It was a really big challenge, and I think right now I'm at a very imperative stage in my life to where I need to sit down and think about, is this art thing? Do I want to do it like big time, or do I want to keep it as a hobby? And that's a really important thing. Like, if I push through, where's it going to end me? Where am I going to end up at? Am I going to end up in some studio where I'm getting people their coffee and making $8 an hour, or I'm just doing an internship and I'm 30 something years old and I'm not getting paid anything? And um, I don't want this to come across the wrong way because I'm extremely determined. But at the same hand, determination and realism are two two very different things. Sometimes they go hand in hand, but I have to be realistic and I have to know what's within my grasp right now. And right now, I just have to get my sanity back and get normal again because I like to drink, I like to hang out with my friends, I like to talk, and that's what I was telling my wife the other day. I think that I've had so much right brain activity, I haven't exercised my left brain. And that might make sense to a lot of you. When I walk outside now and I look at things, I like see triangles and squares and, opacity and distance and, crap like this, colors. And even when I look at people, I'm like looking at like, okay, where are their ears at, if their head's a circle, like all this different stuff. So I've been really just exercising my right brain so much that whenever it's time to use my left brain, I'm kind of just sitting there twiddling my thumbs. I really don't know how to act. So uh, yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys what's going on. If you have any questions, feel free to comment. And no, I'm not done with art. No, I'm not done making videos. I'm just kind of taking a social media break and didn't want to leave you guys hanging. If you're a Patreon of mine, I really appreciate the support. Feel free to jump off, or if you want to jump on, you can jump on. Every dollar counts. But just know, expectation wise, I'm a big fan of setting expectations. I probably won't be drawing anything for a little bit or making any videos because look at my channel. I have like 70 videos that they have like 20 views on them. So I know there's a ton of subscribers that I have. I think I have like 270 subscribers, 280, something like that, that haven't watched half of my videos. So go watch an old video of mine. And I don't know. You guys have any concerns or comments? Let me know. Always a fan of talking to my friends. So thanks for letting me ramble on freaking 14 minutes. And everybody have a great day. And hopefully this helps somebody. And let me know if you feel the same way. If you've ever felt like you're kind of losing your mind, or you need to take a step back because that's what's going on. So have a great day, guys. Thank you so much.